running. It's like it's the three first, second, and third on the fourth fret. Just the first, second, and third. Then with those two, and open bottom E. A screwdriver.
Here together, you know, all of us.
See my light come shine. back into too many old ones again.
Let's go and get new ones, you see. That's where the...
And I ain't got a dime. Did you play those? No. Oh, those tapes of Dylan's.
Oh yeah, I played. No, only the one I played.
Really? Great, the words.
Great, Gally got it.
Yeah. I think you should do something about his posture, Alan. You know, he'll get around back.
Did you read that bit about this thing to America? I didn't put anything in it on.
Oh yeah, I just read little bits of it. It only just arrived.
Is the new area secretary for the counties of Leicestershire and Rutland. Members in these areas can reach her by writing to Mrs. Barbara Pavey, 71 Pensioner Street.
And that, I can see that when I'm 90. The official people's fancy.
But that's I like that about it. You know, all of
The steadiness.
yeah, it's just so sort of daft.
Never lies.
Even though we if we're all in prison, it'd still be coming out from hello, the boys in Pentonville this week. Send a big hi to all the Beatle persons. Ringo is doing time in mailbags. Says it's fab in here.
Thanks for the cards.
Thanks for the guitar.
You can do it. And that's it. Much better.
No, it'd be nicer with some backing. I mean, it'd be nice with bass and drums.
Coming out the speakers.
Great. They call it the door. Seem to be some people fixing your car when I arrived.
Yes, it's the windscreen washer.
Oh, are they still here? Mine doesn't work.
Well, Mal will get them to do it.
Man, are those people
Tangerine.
still here doing Paul's
Yeah.
car?
Tangerine. Tangerine.
Washing it?
Tangerine.
Yes. Very kind of them.
Washeroonies.
Paul, who are they?
They came today. But next time we'll do it. Russia's 2 o'clock. Yeah, for as long as we can. But
Yeah, this is really, if we can, because there's no solo or anything complicated, it's purely just rhythmical and vocal. Then, if we suddenly had a Lowery organ, then you're invited to play it. E.
Hey, we suddenly have one.
Oh. Do we have a Leslie speaker man with that Lowery organ? Can you plug him in? We're pretending to be the band for this one.
I have been alone.
How's that for your shop? Okay, just change the phone.
Yeah, okay, but the thing is, really, they're like E, F sharp minor, A flat minor, A, and for the mid to the end of the verse, the all things plus passive B minor to A. So it just, but it's playing with open E's all the time like that. Okay. Okay.
Just play it through then, I'll try and follow it.
another day. I darkness only stays at night time. In the morning it will fade away. Light of day is good at arriving at the right time. It's not always this way. All things must pass. All things must pass. Maybe you should just play a few times on the guitar so you know where the changes are. That's a great colour, man.
Yeah.
What does it do all the time?
It's just always going.
So is this it? It's not. That seems to fit, but you don't want that, do you?
Which? No, it's not there.
It's harder in it, yeah. I know what it is in sort of the other chord. So give us the. It's really A flat minor, is it?
It's really like E.
Then F sharp minor.
F sharp minor, but it does. But it.
Yeah, well that'll do for F sharp minor.
Mal, what guitars have you got? No, it's not mine. Or maybe I'll just play yours. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. The cloudburst doesn't last all day. Sees my love is up and has left you with no warning. But it's not always been that great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. A wind can blow those clouds away. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. But it's not always been this great. All things must pass. Then it's like a B minor. You see, really, I should play this on acoustic guitar.
All things must pass.
So how are we
Yes.
going to do that on the famous TV show? You know, because
Peter?
it's just going to get lost. And
If George wants to play it on acoustic guitar, how does he do that? Now.
yeah, but it's like, you know, if you play acoustic
put-
guitar,
yeah, we
sing,
can get it on the
that's
PA.
fine. But if you play acoustic
Yeah, but
guitar
can you put it
and
on the
sing
PA?
amplified with a big bassy def aid, you know, it's a
Didn't
drag.
happen. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you sing quiet, but just acoustic.
See, the
and-
thing is, really, you want it acoustic for the recording. But you want to be able to hear it on the PA,
Yeah.
good and loud, like an electric. That's all right. Can you do that? No, not using that.
You mean to put down the guitar?
Try it. You just go-
Okay.
You know, we try.
Because if you have acoustic and it's just your voice is loud, electric and no backing. Oh, give us a knee on that.
Has anyone worked out, got any suggestions for what that was? What it could have been? Both.
Somebody lower than that, Johnny. How do you understand?
Oh, in here.
Then that goes to A, D minor A, then E to F sharp minor E.
Sunset doesn't last all morning.
Hello. They're very like bassy as well, the mics.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. A sunset, it doesn't last.
What? Time. Mal, Mal, do I have to have all these 49 plug boxes at my feet?
Plug box at my feet.
On the bits where it goes it's not always been that great. Then it goes to B minor. All things must pass. All things B minor must A. Start that. But it's not always been that great. Now, all things must pass. Things must pass away. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. You're right. Da-da. Oh, actually, it's not A flat minor at all. It's an E. It's E, but it's this. Oh, so the chords really are to F sharp minor, to E, to A, to F sharp minor, E, A. It's not always been that way. Everything's must pass. All things must Sunrise doesn't last all morning. The cloudburst doesn't last all day. My love is up and has left you with no warning. But it's not always been that great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. The weekend must clouds away. For all this, my love is up and must be leaving. But it's not always been this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Then it's the middle eight, which just goes up into B minor again. All things must pass away. And again, repeat. None of life's dreams can last. So I must be on my way. That bit's just E. Then F sharp minor another day. Darkness only lasts. I just do the middle bit from all things must pass. All things must pass away. Middle. All things must pass. None of life's strings can last. So I must be on my way. I'm face another day. Our darkness only stays at night time. With the morning will fade away. Light of day is good at arriving at the right time. Oh, it's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Repeat the last line. All things must pass. All things must pass away. And just a straight end. Straight end will be. Actually, it's a bit of a drag. Oh, fucking hell. Electric shocks?
Gentlemen, I'd like to call your attention to this boy here. He just got shot.
Just got a belt, man.
Now,
Can
we
you
boys
fix
in
me
the
up?
MU
I got an electric shock.
going to be in trouble over this. If this boy dies, you're going to cop it. Let me say that. At this
I
juncture.
die, you will. A bill. Yeah, just then when I gripped. Well, probably it's the two mics together, you know.
Do we need a bit of installation between the two?
No, it's not the two mics together because I'm using.
Well, I'm not
I want no
plugged in
trouble from you
anything.
right
I'm
now, I
not
want
plugged
no
in
trouble.
anywhere, so it can't be through the electric guitar or amp. It's only the mic. And I'm not even touching the ground. And I've got rubber shoes as well.
And you're made of wood.
You see, the drag is...
It's that water you're standing in.
It's that one, you know, that one about where you go in the studio and
You don't
fucks
know
it all up. It's like, I don't feel as though, I mean, like this, it should be a little room.
Yes.
Like, you know, it should be where you're here, rather than all this, you know, all this. And
Yeah.
When was it, George, when you touched it?
I gripped hold of two of them
Oh,
together.
double.
Both of them. Just grab both of them hard on the ends.
I'm in there, George.
Nothing there.
Now sing this tune into him. And sign here. Oh.
Well, maybe
Mal is with Dennis for a minute if anybody wants to.
hold that one as well at the same time and see what happens. Well, let me see it again. Next try.
It might be that thing, there's always something to do playing a guitar as well.
Yeah, but it's not plugged in.
No.
No, it's not. Ah! That's it. If you put your hand on that bit, across that bit,
You get feedback.
It's the feedback, yeah, the feedback going into the...
just grip it tight and put your palm of your hand on that bit. Put your chakra on it.
Front slate, 48, take 1. The time is now 5 to 4.
Schedules all day long. Ooh.
Mal, what other electric guitars are there? It must be left-handed. Is it? No, that's that. There it is. And what else? Because these, you know, you need solid strings, you know, that are in tune. Because these light gauge are out, you know, they're only good for trying it. No, it's not worth it. So do you want to No, really on that. Because I'll play John's then. Because have you got light gauge strings? These are new on yesterday, but it's still out. Yeah. It really does a lot when they scrape them. I got mine.
Darkness doesn't last all day. Gotta get some sleep anyway.
There's a few things.
All
There's a
things
few
doesn't
things on
all things
like the second and fourth lines of the go. A cloudburst doesn't last. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. You know, it like gets there just a bit ahead. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. And it's like, you know, one of those suspended things. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. But it's not always been that great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. A wind can blow those clouds away. After all this, my love is up. Must be leaving,
Sync Slate 49, take 1.
but it's not always been this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All of life's streets can last. So I must be on my way and face another day. Our darkness only stays at night time. With the morning it will fade away. Light of day is good at arriving at the right time. No, it's not always gonna be this this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Just the last one. Things must pass away. It just goes up quick. Things must pass away. Which is back into just to repeat that line. So things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Just from the B minor part. No, okay. No, it's not always gonna be this great. And B minor. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Yeah, instead after all things must pass away, instead of it going, it just does the last bit quick. No, sorry. It's like down, 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 down. Tell us the bits which are the most unsure bits, or all of it. It's very simple because it never does anything. You know, the only difference is where it goes to the B minor to A, B minor to A, then E to F sharp minor, E.
F sharp Market Harborough. Okay.
And the bit that you know really should have something is, I thought like, with the other voice coming in underneath it. But we just get it so you know the rhythmical thing of it. The easiest is if I just do this on the guitar. Sometimes doesn't lie. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. But it's not always been this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. A weekend brother's clouds away. After all this, my love is up. I must be leaving. But it's not always been this way.
It's a terrible lash-up. We've never done it with an 8-track before. It needs something loads of little mixes and subsidiary equalizers.
Let's get something we can really be sure of.
Yeah, that'd be a go.
Where would we get it from?
I know there's a cat in LA I know that builds gear or that gets gear together on the frame with Audio Industries. Oh, what about Wally Hyder? You know Wally Hyder?
No, I think we should really have a great console. The whole
Wally Hyder's like the mobile guy in America, right? He's got a studio on Kawanga, the Beach Boys studio. You know that little place, Studio 3. Now, they have a fucking great truck. Oh, I'm well, you haven't watched.
It's all right. Right in my eye. Just sorry, couldn't do it. Spit in my eye. Spit in your eye.
Yeah, he's got a big truck. And he does 8-track mode. They did the Cream live album, right, and all that. You can get that, I suppose. But I don't know. I've never seen the board.
Yeah, no, we should really get just. I don't know anything about it, you know.
It isn't available in this country, that's the thing, you know.
It must be.
I don't know, it must be. If we want to just
Okay, if it's not available, then you've got to telephone America and they can America can have it here next week. That quick. It's Britain, that's right.
I've never seen an American board that's not me out yet, though.
Oh.
That's the only thing.
Should we go and make some phone calls?
Why AMI couldn't do it?
No, well, they've only got 4-track gear, you see.
No, they haven't.
Mobile. 4-track
No,
mobile.
they haven't. They took a fucking 8-track out to the Beach Boys.
Right, come on.
They really did, man, because I had to use the studio and they said, we're moving the 8-track tonight, and that was one of the excuses they used. Really. Get with it, Mal. Get with it, Mal. Yeah, you know, do something else.
Yeah, I think it's best if
All things must pass away. Yeah, if you wanted to get 8-track stuff to record all this, if you want to get like the greatest equipment, where would we get it? Because apparently it hasn't been.
We'll lend it to ourselves, but EMI should do it. You know, it's like if we want to make a, you know, if Benjamin Britten wants to do an album in
Right.
Paris, EMI have got to fucking get all that shit over to him.
And they do, of
But
course.
If we subsidise EMI, then get it out of there.
Right.
Because
they just told.
Continuation of 48 take 1, and the time is now 4:15.
We can do even better.
I need to get their equipment slack and
No, really, what we need, in fact, the answer is to get here before the end of this week, the best console we can possibly have here. No, really, before the end of this week. And why not? What's the hang-up? What's the trouble? Is it expense? Is it what? Japan and America, they're both very together and they'll get it here. Germany's very together.
Neumann. Look, if we don't get it, we'll use all 8 tracks.
Yeah, we could use your 8 track with IBC's.
It's all they've got.
We've got an 8 track.
See, we should just have a mixer and everything. And, what's all this amateurism going on? Let's just get it together.
But really, politically, EMI, in the 6 years we've been with them, EMI share, that's the whole scene. So, that thing with EMI done by ABC, and in the papers it shows EMI thing 1962 and 1968, and it goes boom like that, and it says in this year's Beatle, whatever Beatle thing, and so the only reason they can really buy ABC is because of all that shit. So if it was America, they'd be there with 48 8 tracks. And
that's right, Joe.
Especially to do the first live.
And it's a live album.
That's right.
They're the company. They got to
that's
pay.
Right,
they got to supply it.
That's right, George. That's right.
Doesn't last. Yeah, it's just the end, which was. Things past, all things must pass away. Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
On this it goes. Back to where you're going.
All these of the shape you see on the fourth like there, all there, is E as well. So it's just really E.
So it goes.
But it's the A is just a bit quicker because it's the B minor at that point. Da da da.
Oh yeah. That's it.
See, the thing that I feel about the motion of it is very, bandy. Rick who wrote all the best ones. His thing, it's like that. The clappers doesn't last all day. It's like it gets to some things a bit quicker. It's like, you know what I mean?
It's just getting it from you. And then if you bring it all spot on, then we'll.
It's not, and if there's people joining in, I'd appreciate it too. If you feel the only thing,
tunes I've got, I can forget about.
The only thing, the main bit is I thought if some voices went, all things must pass.
This is Slate 50. This is Slate 50 now.
Away, and so I could join in on. All things must pass, and that one sometimes. Must pass. All things must pass away. It's great if you're just doing it on your own because you can do those things. But if you do them and everybody else isn't doing them, then they go unnoticed or it just clutters it or something. It's Timothy Leary, I suppose. In his psychedelic prayers, he had one. I remember just from years ago. That is that sunrise is master of the morning. That gave me the idea for the thing. Apart from life, giving me the idea. Has that got a pedal? Yeah, now see the thing, see that one? See that one? You just play a note on the organ.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you do that with your tongue. That's what the... Wow. So that's... Yeah, that's the... this guy who Paul is looking a bit like from the band, who's the organist. Really fantastic, but he's into that so much, and it sounds a bit like a synthesizer because the notes bend.
Did you know it did that?
That's why we must get a Lowery.
And a demonstration in cranes.
Yeah. But they're much better than Hammonds, I think. You get one faster.
Just show us the chords and stuff again.
See, I'm playing it like these things on the guitar.
Yeah, I think
But
really
that one,
probably
that one isn't really F sharp,
No,
A flat minor like I thought it is.
See, 'cause I think if I
So
do-
it's like the basic chord. That's B minor to A, and then all things must pass away. The weekend love is clouds away. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always been this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. In the morning it will fade away. And the right thing at the right time. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. And the middle eight's B minor. All things must pass. D minor again. Now the live streets can last. Then to E, so I must be on my way. Then F sharp minor. Face another day. Darkness only lasts all evening. The morning it will fade away. Arriving at the right time. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. That's the only like tricky bit. It's just repeat last all things must fade away end from the natural one on the end of the verse. I know. All things must pass. All things must pass away. See that. Just that sequence.
Do the end bit.
Okay, be mine. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must
play the chords just straight, then it's very...
Oh yeah, but I thought if you just to know, so that you know the melody or the thing, and then you can fit in your... It's like, with your song, you know it in your head, it's just a matter of me learning it, and it's just a matter of you getting it, feeling the tune, how it's going, so should I just keep singing it? So if we had an intro, I'll just do that on the guitar. face another day. Sadness only lasts. See that big? It goes.
The last slates are marked 51, take 1. SDO.
And then we can all lie down. It is us who's catching it, isn't it? Do you want to learn another one now? Do you... Or do you want to...
Let's all go through this then.
It's your music signature with E.
Mal did that.
Because I had it on mine. Yeah, there's a couple of things that you can get into if I, you know, if you think, which is just I. Okay, so we go from the top, and you can come in. You know, there's two of them with guitar, and as long as you're in by the third one, which is the vocal. Is it still shocking? Shouldn't be. Oh.
Where's my mic?
Sunrise doesn't last all morning. The cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. It's not always been this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. A weekend others cries away. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always been this great. bits that I think on the vocal are where it says, after each time it says, being that grey, I'd like the backing group to sing that.
Yes.
The Raelettes to sing All Things Must Pass. Lingering.
Okay. Go do that bit then.
It's not always been that way. All things must pass away. So I can just sing that line and just sing, but it's not always been that grey. Then voices, all things must pass away. And I join in.
Okay.
So, it's not
Right, Ray.
always been that way.
Must pass. John, you sing that then. All things must pass. All things must pass. Yo.
All things great. All things must pass. Casually. All things must pass.
I'm just flat out. Okay then. What we do now is we go. Let's do that bit and get that then. Said he trying to pull
You
it.
know, just to get the idea that maybe you'd be needed to.
Well, if John sings what you're singing, and I sing
it's
harmony,
just, on that,
that'll be the Raelettes.
But it's not always been that way. All things must pass. Have you heard that bit on Dear Prudence we did? Fucking magnificent. It was very that just those voices. Yeah. It really sounds like a trick when we did it. Tricking anyone. You noticed that bit? Yeah. You know, it's I like that thing where the reason the reason all them people are singing different lines is because they all want to be the singer. But within that, well, they just all sing bits and join in and that. But within that, it gets like it's disciplined where nobody's crowding anybody else out. But it's really great. Where they just take over.
Yes.
And so. Let's do it one more time.
Yeah, all things
and
must
if you
pass.
think of anywhere where, it's obviously...
4:45. 4:45.
Thinking about this a bit.
Clappers doesn't last all day.
just do that bit. Oh,
But shall I just sing I was singing?
yeah. So you sing what George is singing.
Been this great, all things must pass. It's really like it's very slow and easy.
All they must.
All things must pass. All things must pass away. See, it's like it's that bit. All things must pass. It's like very slow and easy. All things must pass. And this bit like quickens up a bit. All things must pass away. You know, you dig, baby?
Sure.
You're so full of shit, man. Before you can pry any secrets from me, first you must find the real me. Which one will you pursue? You're gonna see that, the beard. The beard. Yeah. That's right. It's Gene Harlow and Billy the Kid in eternity. And it's just the two people on stage, and it's just like Trevelyan's gone, so it's, you know, it's just really the idea of people on stage and all this audience of different people hearing what they're saying.
This is Slate 52 on at the moment.
Before you can pry any secrets from me, first you must find the real me. Which one will you pursue? Sit on my knee and hold me cock. And, it's just that for hours, and and in the end, it's like the big game between each other. And he's just saying, "Kiss my boots," and all, and hold me cock. And it just goes through that for like 3/4 of an hour, and it ends where she just sits on his knee, and then he sits on the chair and just opens his legs and goes down on her. This is the idea, and all that's the main line, but it's a great line. Before you can pry any secrets on me, first you must find the real me. Which one will you pursue?
She keeps saying.
And she just keeps going. It's you're full of shit, man. You're all right, Richie. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. But it's not always been that great. All things must pass. All things must pass away.
Hello? Oh. Just check.
What?
Just testing.
Sunset doesn't last all evening. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Actually, it'd be good if, right at the beginning, you didn't come in till the singing bit started. If you, after the repeat one, you just go out after that, after the second. This is the repeat one. All things must pass away. Just after you told them, yeah.
That's very easy.
It is, it's really all very easy. And,
because it's it's easy, but it's
just getting to know.
there's so much that you could do in that because it's so easy. You could either just.
Well, that's right. The thing for me was it was so easy. The main thing was on like just the rhythmical thing of it. In between the repeat, you mean?
All things must pass somewhere. No, 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 no.
versions of that.
Jenny.
Jenny, yeah, and they were all great. I mean, that's what started the audience getting into the set, because they got. See, because you are a great rock and roll group. He says,
Yes, well, we don't find that.
that's what I think, yeah.
That band, Band and Janis are more together than between you and God. The band.
Well,
Should be all right then. Yeah, he's all right.
He's fixed.
Good boy.
Really exciting when you hear really.
Oh, all right.
See, I think when we've done a month
Yeah, it was cool. We must have gone over
when we
time.
do the album, somehow we should either use what we put together to do the album.
Yeah, to do a tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We don't get sort of right out of touch with it. If we get to the studio and play, let's do an album after the album. About a month later.
But I mean, you know,
I mean, we spent a month on this.
yeah.
Get to a good peak playing, and then we split.
No, well, we should sort of organise our career now.
Yeah.
Get our career together. This is like the idea of this, is to get us so we quite enjoy this, or do it again. Then what would you like to do next? You know, what would you like to do a live show, lads?
You know them all. So that you just say that one.
You know, we could do a couple of.
It's just that choice. It's like hard work, really.
What's all this? What's all this? Give us a drink, mister.
Did you play that tape much?
You might just. Oh, you're right. It's up there.
Is that yours? No, I'll just give us a glass of whatever everyone's having. What are they all having? Pale? Pale?
Well, they were playing at the time.
Pale ale. Yeah. Anybody else want a drink?
Yes, please. Yeah. I'll have a glass of white wine.
I'll have a beer.
6? All right, man. Stop.
Kevin, I think you should maybe just get me one of these straight bridges for now until I get that other one, because there's so much, it's such a good guitar to play. And can you get me some machine heads of these key things? You'll see like that on there. In fact, like on the.
Okay, we both think Brad. Let's see what happens. Sort of glossing over bits we're not getting right to stop us whenever it doesn't go right.
Okay. The only thing, it's sounding all right.
Or if you can think of any riffs, sort of try and sing them all.
Pardon?
We do a couple of those. When I come in,
Yeah, right.
just come in,
Yeah, you expect it to sort of be somewhere else.
Yeah, I think with all this, it's like it's the backing and that. As long as you know the chords and the changes and you're not playing any wrong notes or anything, it's fine. It's just a matter of the more you know it, the more you can feel out, But the middle bit, because it says the same word first, like all things must pass away, then all things must pass. something there, you know, it's where we'd overdub something or add voices or I'd track it or, you know, there's something could come in there to make it a bit move a bit more. And the bit, all things must pass. It's very like restrained rather than like.
Maybe it'd be better if we just do it straight first of all. Just all things.
See, it should be as if I'm.
Pass. But just to get it, you know, to get the chords and that.
Okay.
Just to do everything just really mechanical, and then we can sort of get it all good after that.
It sounds in my head a bit like triplets or something. All things must pass. Don't. All things must sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and left you with no warning. It's not always been this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away.
Okay, now there's where it goes, isn't it? Now, just tell us what you're doing there, because I expected to go, all things must pass away. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's like, you know, like the intro.
Yes.
In between every verse, the intro, which is just one of them, is. So at the end of the first verse is. All things must pass away. It's just like an intro. Just that ascending. So it's. All things must pass away. So you can even like leave that if you like and just have a guitar doing the bit, so you'd all end on all things must pass away.
Yeah, it's getting like
Sunset doesn't last all evening. A wind can blow those clouds away. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always been this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. I must be on my way and face another day. Darkness only stays at night time. With the morning it will fade away. The light of day is good at arriving at the right time. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Well, there was an extra bit stuck in. Paul said he thought he should have a bit more between the repeating line. I don't know if you noticed, so it went, all things must pass away. You're all out. I think you should come in for this bit. You know, so if you drop out, and the bit, it's good where you drop out after the first verse. You know, you drop out after fade away and leave that. Then it's sunset doesn't last. But after the end of the second verse, I think you shouldn't drop out because it's yeah. That's getting all right.
It's better with the brakes too, because it doesn't throw you. Yes.
Are we all singing? I'm singing the melody on it. All things will pass away.
No, we should go into threes there.
All sing the melody.
On that?
Yeah.
Actually,
It
that
sounded
bit
like
I thought of.
one of those
Imagine
gospel
if you were
ones.
doing
The Chambers Sisters,
Yes.
the Blind Brothers. Yeah,
It's a hell of a long breath, you know.
yeah.
and you just sing that on your own.
And then I wouldn't sing that line. I'd just sing that all things must pass away.
For us not to try and join in with that, just keep going with the
All
other.
things must pass. All things must pass away.
We just
You
say
know,
away then.
I mean, that idea would be good if you were carrying on. Where I come in, then you can get a quick breath for away. If you need the breath. Yeah, just try that bit. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Yeah, it's good when you drop out there too, because I change the thing sometimes. It's just straight. Or sometimes it's not. Yeah. You know, man, the idea of doing it, this thing, so that it's just us doing it and there's no overdubs or you can't get out of it, is much better, really, because you know that, you know, all the time recording, we start, you're thinking, oh, it's all right, we can do that later. So you never get even the most out of that moment, really.
All things must pass away. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
Macrobiotic pills are good at arriving at the right time. it's not always. One more time. Yeah.
A mind can blow those clouds away.
Yeah, okay.
A bit of psychedelia in it, you know. You know, social comment like.
It looks like it on the
A
paper.
miner can blow these clouds
Man's
away.
writing. The crying.
Okay. Put it on the bass pickup. Put it on the bass pickup. With the back one on treble.
This, you need a new control.
Yes, I know. So can we have that pedal phasing machine for this?
I asked him as
Because
soon
you
as
see people that are doing live shows now, they take so much gear on stage with them, like echoes,
Yeah, I wanna
phasing,
borrow that off
tapes,
Did
and they do it live, you know, they do their overdubs, because they're phased and echoed live, you know. But we're still thinking of it in terms of the 4 guys and 4 amps and the cab. But you can have also...
Did Eric take down Leslie's speaker?
I don't know.
You know those speakers from off the booth that they have at EMI? Well, a company in LA is making them so, especially for guitar, so you get a pedal that you just plug your guitar straight in, and it's great, you know, you just have it set up by you. So I'm going to borrow that off him for this, so if you want a bit of Leslie guitar.
Yeah, I'd like phasing.
But the phasing is Alex, and he's building the studio stuff and putting it in soon this week, you know, so I just said, well, look, you know, that thing I'll have any time you get it. But, you know, he's...
Try it on tremolo.
Boop,
Tremolo's great.
boop. I don't know. Really?
Just try it.
What? Try what?
Just try him on tremolo.
Tremolo.
Oh, you're in your own amp play.
All things must pass away. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. It's not always been that great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. A wind can blow those clouds away. After all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always